Happy Tuesday, top of the morning. Hopefully everyone's off to a good start, great start, pushing towards your goals, pushing towards the thing that you want in life. Continue to pursue in 2025, right? Continue to pursue in 2025. It's only January 14th, so I hope you haven't given up already. Main focus is just continuing those habits. Right? There's a great book out there called Atomic Habits. My wife's reading it now as well. I've read it like twice. Great books about setting habits to help get you to the goal, right? And that's what I'm a big proponent of, is focus on my goals, man. Hey, what's going on, my guy, man? Good morning. Now, I'm going to keep it a buck with y'all, man. Y'all know Tuck keeps it honest. I started this stream about 20 minutes ago, and I was talking to y'all, man. I was talking, getting into my bag. And I realized, like, damn, bro, nobody's tapping in this morning. I got 0 views. And I realized it was unlisted, so it wasn't public. So y'all gonna see a video post of me talking to y'all. And I'm like, hold on, what's going on? Because I didn't make it public. So I was sitting here just talking to myself on camera. But it's early, right? We still gonna work, man, talk in the morning. I was like, damn, man, CFO gang don't love me like that no more. Not one view, you know what I'm saying? What's going on, Dwayne? What's going on, Kimo? What's going on, Jeff? What's going on, Steve Mack? What's going on, everybody? Yeah, I was sitting on camera talking to myself. And I was like, damn, man, ain't nobody tapping in at all. Not even one view, not even one person. And I was like, shit, Tuck, you didn't say it public. You talking in private. You know what I'm saying? Not everyone's early risers, man. Good morning, everyone. Top of the morning, good morning. I'm out here with you. Facts, man. Yeah, this is much better, man. I was like, damn, I was talking for 20 minutes and not one post in the chat, not one, you know what I'm saying, one view. I was like, God dang, bro. I was like, all right, that's something's not right, Tuck. I was like, yeah, you had it on private. You had to change the YouTube settings, man. Hey, appreciate that, Dwayne, man. Appreciate that. Morning, JK. Morning, everyone. So like I was saying, man, just continue to push for your goals, continue to thrive, continue to go what you're after in life, man. I know it's January 14th, and a lot of people have already gotten up and slidden back to their old ways. I go to the gym is empty. Like, my gym is like, I can build a fort out of weights in my gym that I go to, right? So I feel like people are kind of giving up, on their goals and stuff, their New Year's resolutions. So that's why I tell you guys, for me personally, I really don't have resolutions. I more focus on habits, right? Becoming better with my habits. And what I'm starting to do, I'm starting to learn this year, right, is setting habits, right? So if I do this, no matter what, I'm going to reach my goal, right? So what I'm saying is, my goal is to get in shape, right? So I know that I have to do almost 8,000 and 10,000 steps a day, right? So what am I doing? I am building a habit to hop on my treadmill and come and talk to you guys, right? Now, what I've also done, I'm able to combine my habits, because one of my other goals, right, is continue to grow the YouTube channel, right? And talk to my community and talk to you guys a lot more often, right? So I was gonna post a video pretty much daily, some type of content I wanna post daily, right? That was one of my habits, right? So what I've done is I fused the two. Now I can walk on my treadmill, build this habit, right? And then I can also go live and talk to you guys. So it's 2 habits at once, you see what I'm saying? So I'm able to do those types of things and, talk to y'all and build these habits. So by the time that we get to the summer, it's just gonna be natural, right? So I always encourage people to focus on habits and changing your environment so that you can attract the habits, right? So for me, like, I wanna read more books. So me and my wife have this thing, we wanna read, not Audible, but read 25 books in 2025, right? So my goal is to put books, like I put books like everywhere. Like, I have books in the bathrooms. When you come to my house, you're gonna find books in the bathroom. In my studio, there's books, right? In my man cave, there's books. In my living room, there's books, you know what I'm saying? In my bedroom, There's books, So I have books everywhere. So if I'm sitting down in my work office, there's a book right there on my desk. All right, pick up that book and read, right? Or if I'm sitting down watching the game last night, there's a book sitting right there in my man cave. Like, all right, read some of the book, right? So I'm doing that. That's one of my habits I'll share with you guys. So reading more books, 2025, right? Getting in shape. Saving and investing more money is one of my goals, right? So I have this thing called the envelope challenge that I encourage everybody to do, man, from a financial aspect. There's an app you can do it. Now, if you look online, people do it like with paper envelopes. Yeah, like AJ Brown, what I'm saying? Like read a book, right? People do it with like envelopes, right? So what happens is you're supposed to take, on day one, you take $1 of cash and you put it into $1 envelope. Then day two, you take $2 of cash, put it in the envelope, right? So if you do that for I think like 100 days, you would have over $10,000 saved. But that's too difficult for most people. So I have an app, right? So it's an app that you click on. So every morning it'll say, like this morning it was like invest $157, right? So I take $157 out of my bank account, I move that into another investment account. Then tomorrow it's gonna be like 158, right? And you continue to stack. And over like 3 months, you'll look up and you're gonna be around $8,000, $9,000 stay. And once you start building that habit and realize how easy it is to save $10,000, it's gonna become addictive. Like that's my most, like the first thing I do when I wake up in the morning, the very first app I touch is my envelope app, you know what I'm saying? So to be able to take, money every day and set it aside and to save and invest it properly, right? That's one of my goals. One of my goals also, habits, is to make sure every day I tell my kids that I love them, every day, because my kids are older. My daughter's in college, right? So, she's kind of away. But make sure every day I tell my kids I love them. Drink a gallon of water, right? That's one. Work out, one. And besides that, like, that's it. You know what I'm saying? That's it. That's pretty much it. Yeah, of course I have other little things, right? But it's like, I'm really just focusing on my habits to really build to a success. And if I do those things every day, if I track my calories, if I hit 10,000 steps, if I lift weights every day, if I save money every day, right? Tell my kids I love them every day. Tell my wife I love her every day, right? Drop a YouTube video every day. By the time we look up in December, we're gonna be up. We're going to be up. As long as I check these boxes daily, we're gonna be up. You know what I'm saying? We're going to be up. There's no way I can eat right, drink a gallon of water, get my cardio in, and work out every day and still be out of shape, right? There is no way I can save money and invest 365 days throughout the year and still be down bad, right? So it's like, focus on those habits, not the end goal, right? The journey into the goal, right? So that's my morning message, really focus on, right? If I read 20 pages from 4 different books in one day, by the time we look up, I'm gonna have read a lot of books, you know what I'm saying? So those type of things that I'm on, man, type of focus, shifting my focus, focusing on the things I consume, Now, I'll be honest with you, when I'm in the gym lifting, I can't do podcasts and audio books, right? I can't lift and listen to audio books or a podcast. I need some violence. I need some shit really going on to get me through my workouts. I've tried it, just not me. You know what I'm saying? Like I need that toxic shit when I'm in the gym. But like when I'm sitting down working, when I'm trading and locking in different stuff throughout the day and working, I have an audio book in. So I'm also digesting audio, digesting content, starting to get away from all the toxic shit, you know what I'm saying? And really fueling my mind. I think at this point in life, man, my mindset's really shifting to going bigger and better and bold and beyond. So I want to share that morning message with you guys to get y'all locked in, continue to push through 2025. Don't focus on the end goals. Let's focus on the habits. Now, let's get to what everybody wants to talk about. And don't say I didn't warn you. Don't say I didn't warn you. Do not say I did not warn you. What did I tell you guys, right? I said the Dallas Cowboys season is ending, right? There's going to be people who get lazy. There's going to be some narratives tossed out there. They're going to play with your emotions. You have to be smarter than that, because now it's going to be even revved up by 100 because of what happened with Mike McCarthy yesterday, right? So we all know the news broke. Salute to everyone who joined the live stream yesterday. That's dope. Everyone joined live stream yesterday. We went live about 3 o'clock yesterday. So yeah, again, after we went live in the morning, right? So Mike McCarthy decided to deuces, right? Chris Brown, deuces. All right, so he deuced out on the Dallas Cowboys and decided I'm gonna dip, right? I think he has an interview on Wednesday with the Chicago Bears, so we'll see how that goes, right? But after that, Jerry releases the statement, yada, 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 right? And then what happened, right? What happened? It was the big names being associated with the Dallas Cowboys. It's clickbait season, y'all. I saw Bill Belichick. They're going to buy Bill Belichick out of his contract for $10 million and then sign him for almost 15, 16. Now, if you watched the live show yesterday, we saw that Mike McCarthy was at $4 million. We saw some of the top head coaches at 20. They wasn't going to buy out Bill for 10 and pay Bill 17. But it was a name. It's a name to get people talking, name to get people excited, name to get people, up in arms and engaging, right? Cool. All right, well, that kind of worked and phased out a little bit. But then it was the big one. Then it was, must be the money. Yeah, they tossed in Coach Prime. Jerry Jones has reached out to Coach Prime, and they will pursue Coach Prime as the Dallas Cowboys head coach. And everyone started scrambling. Everyone started posting pictures. And everyone started posting videos. Coach Prime, Coach Prime, Coach Prime. Right? And I get it. It's exciting. I love Coach Prime. Y'all know I'm a Seminole, right? You know what I'm saying? Y'all know I'm a Seminole. Hey, appreciate the sub. Y'all know I'm a Seminole. I love Coach Prime, right? Watched him since I was young, you know what I'm saying? So I don't hate Coach Prime, right? But when I said my tweet yesterday, they got everyone all up in feathers, right? I said, if you believe Coach Prime is coming to the Dallas Cowboys, you've exposed yourself of not watching college football. And what do I mean by that? Well, we all know what Coach Prime did going from Jackson State with his son and Travis Hunter, transferred over to Colorado, had a little down year this year, played well, should have been playing for the Big 12 championship and possibly a college football playoff spot, but the Kansas Jayhawks and Devin Neal ruined that, right? But what I also want people to understand is, one, he has created success in Boulder, Colorado. So they're already negotiating bigger money, bigger budget for Coach Prime. That's one. So Colorado got money, right? Jerry Jones has money. The Colorado has money too. You know what I'm saying? They have money too, right? So we all know college money, coaching-wise, a little bit different, right? We all see Coach Prime was Aflac commercials. You see what I'm saying? Aflac commercials with Nick Saban. Nick Saban signed a deal for $96 million. You see what I'm saying? So that college money is a little bit different. Two, the college money is different, but also the college control is a little bit different as well. Deion just released the other day, he's telling kids they can't wear flip-flops and do this and no more tank tops and film. And so you have full control, full reins over your college locker room. If you want to bring in Little Baby to come rap after games in your locker room, then that's what you do. If you want celebrities and entertainers walking through your locker room and you want to have a DJ inside your locker room, mixing and mastering it up, getting your team ready, you have full control. You have full control. Now, you guys know full control in the don't mix. Full control and the Dallas Cowboys just don't mix. You see what I'm saying? So that's another thing. Two, Coach Prime has just switched the number one quarterback recruit in the country from USC to Colorado. So I repeat, he has just switched the number one quarterback recruit in the land from USC to Colorado to come fill the air for Shador. You're not going to bail out on him. No, things are sweet. You're playing in the Big 12. You really don't have to recruit anymore because Colorado's now a pipeline where kids are lined up around the block to come play for you. You have full control. Deion already makes more money than Mike McCarthy did already. He doesn't need the Dallas Cowboys for branding. He's branded already. He's prime time, for crying out loud, right? What does he need the Dallas Cowboys for? The Dallas Cowboys would need him more than he needs them. So when you start looking at the contextual layers of Coach Prime coming to Dallas, it just doesn't add up. Is it cool? Yes. Is it fun to talk about? Yes. Would it be exciting? Yes. Right? But there's also layers. You also have to buy Coach Prime out of his Colorado contract. You have to pay Coach Prime double Mike McCarthy's salary to even have the option to sign him for a contract. You have to pay double what you're paying Mike McCarthy just in order to have the opportunity to sign Coach Prime. It's $8 million you have to buy him out that contract. So people could say, yeah, it's the Cowboys, they got money. So we assume, right? So we always think. But instead of offering Mike McCarthy 5, paying Coach Prime 8 just to talk to him, right? And then paying him on salary on top of that, why don't you take all that money in a pot, pull it all up, put it in a savings account, and go hire Ben Johnson? Why don't you just do that? If you have 16, 17, 18 million to toss around for all these different loopholes, if you have all these different loopholes and different monies that you can toss around, why not pull that money together and go get you one of the top NFL head coaches that's available? Right? Why pay $10 million to North Carolina to buy Belichick out of his contract and then pay him $15 million? That's $25 million you spent. When you can go get you a new coach, probably for 21, Andy Reid's at 20, I would say 19, 18, 17, something like that. You know, so I get it. The hype, the allure of Coach Prime in Dallas would be fun. It would sell a little bit. It's a great story. We will all be out there in Deion Cowboys jersey, especially my one with the big joints. It's one of my favorite jerseys of all time. You know, Coach Prime, Deion is the reason why I'm really a Cowboys fan. You know what I'm saying? Coming up as a kid, seeing Coach, even though I was a Cowboys fan earlier, you know, seeing Coach Prime as a Cowboys player back then, he was bigger than life, y'all. Like, I don't even know how to explain to the younger viewers of star power Coach Prime would be compared to today. It's a good question. Like, I don't know. I don't even know. Like, it doesn't compare. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if there's an athlete today that compares to the star power of like Coach Prime that you guys could relate to. I mean, I guess you could say LeBron maybe, but it was completely different. Like, so it's like one of those things where Coach Prime, Deion Sanders back in the day, it was video games, it was movies, it was TV, it was CDs, it was the shoes, the commercials. Like, it was just, and then on the field, like, the hair would raise up on your skin with excitement when there was a punt, right? When there was a punt, the opportunity to see Coach Prime's Dion, yeah, Stephen Mack, the women, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, all of it was just there. Like, it was just, then he would, when he gets an interception, the way that he would hold the ball out wide and, high step in the end zone, like, Deion Sanders, y'all, was electric. And then he would do that and then go play baseball. You see what I'm saying? Like, there's never been anything that's been trying to duplicates of it, but there will never be anything in sports like Deion Sanders, right? So yeah, it would be exciting to watch Deion run out the tunnel with Dak Prescott and Micah Parsons and CeeDee Lamb and Trayvon Diggs. I'm not knocking it. I would actually be for it, right? I would be for it, right? But the chances of it happening is very unlikely. It's very unlikely, y'all. You know what I'm saying? It's very unlikely. And the thing that I don't want you guys is getting excited and, Coach Prime. I get it. But nah. What we have to understand is a lot of these coaches, because Mike McCarthy and the Dallas Cowboys and Jerry Jones sat around poo-pooing for a little bit, now you can't interview coaches that are in the playoffs. So even if you want Kellen, you can't interview Kellen now until the Eagles lose. You see what I'm saying? I want John Gruden or Mike Tomlin if you can. Yeah, I want an NFL proven coach. You see what I'm saying? I don't want a project coach, right? Like I said, I'm not trying to rebuild. If we're trying to rebuild, then what we should have done is moved on for Dak or traded Dak, got some picks. Like, if we're going to rebuild, then rebuild it. You know what I'm saying? But for me personally, I want a veteran head coach that's proven in this league. I don't want to step back from Mike McCarthy in hopes to stepping forward to Mike McCarthy. You see what I'm saying? Why not MC Hammer on the sidelines, right? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's what I want. A proven guy. Now, here's the thing y'all might ask me. Okay, Tuck, who's the proven guys? Shit, they're not available. I don't really think there's available. Like, I don't think out of the bottom tier coaches that we spoke about, whether it's the Kellen Moores, whether it's the Pete Carrolls, whether it's the John Grudens, the Mike Zimmers, like that kind of tier guys, I don't think any of those guys are better than what we already had. Landlord, what's going on, my guy? What's going on with you? Appreciate you, bro. Yeah, I don't think out of the selection tier, like my guy Steve Mack says, you know what I'm saying, after buying them Skechers, I don't think any of them Skechers is better than Mike McCarthy. Like, I like John Gruden. I like Gruden Grinders. It's a cool show, one of my favorite channels, right? But I don't think John Gruden is a better coach than Mike McCarthy. Not now. Not now. You're comparing a man who's been on a football. How long has John Gruden been on football? At least 5 or 6 years, right? Now, people criticize Mike McCarthy for being out of football for 1 year when we hired him, but now we want a coach who's been out 6 years almost, 6, 7 years almost, right? And that situation happened. Now, how do you explain to your black players that your new head coach was pushed out of the league for racial comments, but you're going to bring him back in Dallas and want your players to play all out for him? Nah. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That's one of those things where it's like, all right, how do you explain that with John Gruden? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I feel like what the Cowboys are setting up to do, once again, it's going to be Zimmer, Kellen, or somebody like college-ish. You know what I'm saying? Eric Bieniemy. No, nah. I'll still take him, Tuck. Both his teams went to the Super Bowl. Only the coach be traded this season in John Gruden, right? But, hey, man, get Leo Lemon out of here. Hey, Sniper Gang, hold on. Let me get him. Let me see here. Bang. All right. Let's get these cowards up out of here. Start shooting. Shoot at will. Shoot at will. All right. Yeah, y'all know the vibes, man. Shoot at will, man. Let the bodies hit the floor. So yeah, what was I gonna say? So John Gruden, yeah, his one in Tampa was traded, but I mean, he ain't do nothing. He ain't do nothing when he was in was it Oakland still then, right? I mean, think about this. For those of you who are advocating for John Gruden was such a great coach in Vegas, he allowed us to get CeeDee Lamb. That's how good of a coach. That's how good of a coach, John. I am forever indebted to John Gruden because his ass passed up on CeeDee Lamb and took Ruggs. Thank you, John Gruden. John Gruden has done more than enough for this Dallas Cowboys franchise by passing up on CeeDee Lamb. And I wasn't doing draft content. I just started my channel like a few days before. But there were zero evidence that Ruggs was better than CeeDee Lamb. There was zero evidence that Judy was better than Jefferson, right? But John Gruden did the Cowboys a favor. You know what I'm saying? John Gruden did the Cowboys a massive favor by taking Henry Ruggs because he likes speed, right? Wanted speed, which is fun. Speed's fun, right? But Ruggs wasn't better than CeeDee Lamb. Ruggs was not better than Justin Jefferson. I just didn't have a channel yet to tell y'all that. You see what I'm saying? Well, good thing I didn't, right? Because I didn't want to, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, yeah. So let's not act like the Antonio Brown situation to help him over the helmet. Like, there was a lot of stuff going on in Vegas at the time. Yeah, they were in Vegas, right? Didn't Gruden trade us Amari Cooper? I'm trying to think. Was that Gruden that traded us Amari Cooper? I think so. I'm trying to remember. I'll have to look, right? So don't let me find out that John Gruden, yeah. So John Gruden traded us Amari Cooper and then turned around and let us get CeeDee Lamb. Bro, you have done enough. Hey, hire John Gruden for GM. That's it. That is it. John Gruden needs to be the GM of the Dallas Cowboys. He's blessed us with Amari Cooper and CeeDee Lamb. I don't want you. That's it. That's the new hashtag. John Gruden for GM in Dallas. He went and got us 2 jewels just like that. That's where it lies. Bring John Gruden in as the general manager because he has done better for the Dallas Cowboys in the offseason than Jerry Jones has ever did. And John Gruden, I trust. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. He did send us Amari Cooper. He sent us Amari Cooper and turned around and passed on CeeDee Lamb so the Cowboys could draft him. Boy, man, I'm about to go to Gruden Grinders and give that man a super chat. I'm about to go give John Gruden a super chat and say thank you. Thank you, Coach Gruden, for all the great things you have done in Dallas. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, make John Gruden the GM. So I like John Gruden. Like I said, love his channel. I would hope that he brings Mike McCarthy on his channel and talk ball. I would love to hear Mike McCarthy and John Gruden talking football about their days at Pitt. Because y'all remember, Mike McCarthy came up under John Gruden in college, right? So I would love that. But John Gruden as a head coach, I mean, if you're giving me these options, I mean, I'm considering it, right? If you tell me it's Kellen Moore, Rex Ryan, Mike Zimmer, John Gruden, Pete Carroll, I mean, I'm tossing his name in there. I mean, I guess, you know, but it's not optimal, y'all. It's not optimal. And I feel like, once again, we're grabbing the Skechers off the shelf, man. And no knock to anyone who wears Skechers. This is my guy Stephen Mack's analogy. But I want some J's, bro. I want the cherry red 11s. You know what I'm saying? I want some Jordan 1s. Why? Why I had to wear Skechers to school? You see what I'm saying? Mama has the money. Dad has the money. Why am I wearing Skechers to school all the damn time? Yep, traded Khalil Mack. Why are you talking about the whatever? Been done since Romo. So one of those things, right? I just feel like when it comes to selecting a coach, one, and my guy landlord probably attest to this, I'm not a scheme queen, right? Right? Someone here, I want a different scheme. I want a different scheme. I want higher motion percentages, or I want different scheme. Like, I'm not gonna be a scheme queen. Like, no, bro. I want to be a culture vulture. You know what I'm saying? I want someone's gonna come in here, change this culture, have attitude and toughness, right? You really don't need to scheme CeeDee Lamb. You just gotta get the ball in his hands. You know what I'm saying? You can hit CeeDee Lamb on a quick slant, and CeeDee Lamb can go to the crib. You ain't gotta scheme CeeDee Lamb. You ain't gotta scheme. Now, you have to scheme Jalen Brooks. You have to scheme Jalen Tolbert, right? You have to scheme, probably Jake Ferguson. You might have to scheme those guys. But if you go get some guys who are real killers, no knock to those guys, right? But if you go get some, you ain't got to scheme for them. I ain't got to scheme for Luther Burden. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got to scheme for him. Nah. We're going to run the simple out route. I'm going to hit you on the outside shoulder. You're going to turn up and go to the crib. I don't have to scheme for Ashton Genty. We're going to run this zone, and you're going to stretch it to the aiming point, and you're going to break these tackles. Keep it going. I don't have to scheme, right? We want coaches or players that are Mike McCarthy scheme dummy proof, right? Right? Don't be so reliant on scheme. I think that sometimes when you building personnel, not only do you have to know your players, but you also have to know your coach, right? And I always give this example. CFO, thank you for your commentary, but whoever becomes a Cowboys coach, he won't be able to call plays or pick or choose the players. That's Coach Jerry Jones. Yep, I feel you. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's the biggest problem. I feel like that's the biggest problem, right? So the flock in here. Who's the flock? Who's the flock? Is that Ravens or Eagles? I know it's probably a bird, right? I don't know. Probably Ravens flock. Welcome. So yeah, I feel like it's not really scheme. For me, it's personnel. I just feel like our personnel is just not right. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not X's and O's in Dallas, y'all. I'm trying to tell y'all that. How many coordinators have we switched? How many head coaches have we switched, right? And it's kind of the same results. It's more about the Jimmys and Joes and the mindset and the culture in Dallas, not the X's and O's. It's not. I just feel like we don't have a coach or haven't had a coach that really breeds real toughness, real confidence into these players, right? You can kind of tell, like, honestly, I'll tell you guys, when I was at the Green Bay playoff game last year, and I was tweeting this, it just felt off. Like, it just felt off where I didn't see locked in, right? I saw overconfidence, but it was more like fake confidence. My dog West Coast, what's going on with you, bro? Top of the morning. It's early where you at. It's 4 in the morning. My dog West Coast, 4 a.m. game. You probably say he went to bed yet. He probably just been up, right? This is my dog West Coast, Mr. Run the damn ball in the building. But I was like, and he was at the West Coast. West Coast was at the Green Bay game too, right? So he'll tell you, bro, that game didn't feel right. You know what I'm saying? That game didn't feel right. It didn't feel like swagger, toughness. It felt like fake confidence, right? That's what it really felt like. It felt like fake confidence that they were kind of shaky, right? And That's why, me personally, I don't like the favorited Cowboys. I don't like everyone singing the praises of the Cowboys. I don't like that team. I like back against the wall. Nobody believes in you, Cowboys. Y'all don't stand a chance, Cowboys, right? And the reason why I'm getting to this, right? In West Coast, he'll talk to y'all about this in the chat because he was at both of them, right? The Dallas Cowboys team, what's up, my dog DMV? What's going on with you, bro? The Dallas Cowboys team last year at home at AT&T Stadium versus the Green Bay Packers felt completely different than the Dallas Cowboys team on the road versus the Bucs and Tom Brady. You see what I'm saying? This team versus Green Bay, comfortable. Man, we got this. We don't lose at home. A 2 seed has never lost to a 7. I mean, we are good. We win at home. So it was just la, right? Little fake confidence. You know what I'm saying? La. There was fans had the same confidence. A bunch of fans were like, hey, Tuck, man, I'm not going to the Green Bay game. I'm going to go to the next one. I'm going to go to the divisional, man. I'm not going to the wild card because I'm just going to wait till next week when we get the home game of the division. So everybody was just la. We don't lose at home. La. They're a young team. We don't lose at home. Dak Prescott's the MVP. We got home field. We're the 2nd seed. We're the NFC's champions. We're good. Relax, Tuck. Everybody, we got this. They got a young quarterback in his first year. Jordan Love has never even been to the playoffs. We are good. And what happened? Punch in the mouth, blood all over the floor. See what I'm saying? Now, the same Dallas Cowboys team, pretty much. In Tampa, nah. It was locked and loaded. It was locked and loaded. I remember being in Tampa, sitting in the end zone with me and my moms, and I saw the Cowboys run out the tunnel versus Tampa Bay Bucks, and I looked back to a bunch of Bucks fans and said, y'all got us fucked up tonight. We not losing. Like the energy with this team, the look in their eyes, like everything looked like they are coming for a fight. You know what I'm saying? I was like, oh shit, like I didn't even recognize who the hell just ran out this tunnel. I was like, this my team? Like the Drewski meme? This my team? Bro, versus Tom Brady and the Bucks, they was locked in. The energy was different. The environment was different. The focus was different. The warm-ups was different. How they moved and interacted was different. They had confidence like, all right, everyone's counting us out. We about to shake shit right now. We done lost to him last year. We done lost to him this year. We're not going out like that. And it was just like, whoa, calm down, killer. And they went out there and executed, right? But then what happened after that game? Oh, the Cowboys are back. Now, I still think that year, if Tony Pollard doesn't get hurt, I think the Cowboys still beat the 49ers, right? But when Tony Pollard went down, that's when I always wanted to pack up my shit and get the hell up out of there, hit the Uber, right? But the difference of confidence is, and West Coast, talk to him, you was there too, bro. The difference of focus and confidence from Green Bay to Tampa was completely different, right? This Cowboys in Tampa heard you not shit, you ain't won shit, you can't do this, you can't beat that, you can't. I'll have to do it tomorrow and see, I can send y'all a link. I think I can do it, I can send y'all a link. Yeah, you have to, the confidence level was completely different versus the Bucks than it was versus Green Bay. So what we have to do is we have to find a coach that can channel that throughout the entirety of the season, right? Someone like Bill Parcells, and I will say if there was a coach that was ever going to get us there, it was going to be Bill Parcells, somebody to continuously tell you, you not shit. Yeah, I get it. You beat Mac Jones, right? You beat Zach Wilson. You're flying around. Yeah, you beat up on Daniel Jones. Yeah, you had a good game. And you beat up on Gardner Minshew. Right, good game. But y'all not shit, bro. Y'all not shit. Like, you need a coach to hold you responsible throughout the course of the season and not let you get too high. Not let you get too high. It's not okay, you want a game in week 16, take Monday and Tuesday off. You see what I'm saying? You need coaches like that to keep you level-headed, right? That's culture. Hey, good win, man, but that shit y'all was doing in the fourth quarter, that shit was trash. Practice tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Lock back in. Y'all not focused. Yeah, we kind of talented our way. And that's the problem when it comes to the Dallas Cowboys, right? We let regular season wins give us a false sense of who we really are, right? And what do I mean by that? Sometimes in the regular season, you can just out-talent your way. You know what I'm saying? You can out-talent your way through the regular season, right? You know, like, yeah, you got some games going on, right? But you might be playing against the Jets with Zach Wilson. I mean, even though you're not playing good, you're just more talented than them. You know what I'm saying? Right? You might have a game here and there, right? Back and forth game. But even though, you know, you're going back and forth, even like this year, right? Versus the Giants, the first game, we were just more talented than the Giants. You see what I'm saying? But once you get into the playoffs and everything's equal, then who are you, right? Then who are you? Because this is what I was saying last year, right? We thought we were up here because we beat the Giants, we beat the Jets, we beat the Patriots. You know, we were beating some of those teams. But then when it was Josh Allen and the Bills, it wasn't the same. When it was the 49ers, it wasn't the same. You see what I'm saying? When it was the Miami Dolphins, it wasn't the same, right? So when you started fighting people on your own size, we wasn't looking the same. But still, the Eagles fell off. We slid, NFC Championship, right? Beat the Commanders, right? So then we have this false sense of entitlement, like, we are him, we are them. You was never them, bro. You was never them. Like, think how many times, right, all the Detroit Lions had to do last year was just kick the extra point, and they probably would have sent into overtime and probably would have won the game. Now, y'all remember how that Lions game was going on Jimmy Johnson Day? We was up. That game should have been close, right? But what was we doing? Still being goofy, still throwing the ball down the field, right? And the Detroit Lions came back. Even when all we had to do was get one stop and keep them out the end zone to close that game, what did we do? We allowed the Detroit Lions to march all the way down the field and get in the end zone. You know what I'm saying? They just went for 2-3 times. Like, that's why we won. You see what I'm saying? So that gave us, we competitive. Like, nah, bro, all they have to do is really just kick the field goal. Dan Campbell just wanted the game too much. You know what I'm saying? So we have to have a coach and a culture that's going to keep this team away from all the lights, all the glitz and glamour. I see someone mention Belichick. I mean, that he possibly would have. You know what I'm saying? He possibly would have, but I'm not sure if they're going to be able to get him. But that's what I'm saying. Like, we need a coach that, if y'all not really playing well, I know Jerry's going to go and say, y'all Super Bowl contenders. I know the media is going to start talking about Super Bowl. I know everyone's going to be singing your praises. Fans going to be screaming your name. But y'all not shit, bro. Y'all are really not shit. Y'all beat the Cardinals by a field goal, bro. That is not acceptable. That is not championship football, right? Being held accountable. Being held accountable. Because it's like, it's different in Dallas. It's different in Dallas. Like, you guys know, as Cowboys fans, he says, F. John Gruden, bro. That's Mike McCarthy on Timo. Yeah. Like I said, bro, we know Dallas Cowboys fans and they golf polos are not putting on no Chucky mask. You see what I'm saying? They ain't putting on no Chucky mask. You know what I'm saying? But you need someone that's going to hold this team accountable. It's different. It is different in Dallas, right? Y'all know we get everybody's best shot. We get everybody's best shot. Everybody, man, if you look at it, The Saints, when they beat us, oh, trumpets. Oh, when the Saints, it was all out in front of AT&T, excited, right? The Houston Texans, when they beat us, bro, you would have swore that they was gonna have a trophy presentation. There was a Texans fan. He was sitting up in the higher section, like behind me, and he was skipping down the seats, and he wanted to come sit by me. I'm not sure if he knew me or not, but he was like, "Hey, man, what do you got to say about the game?" And I was like, "Hold on, bro. Like, hold on, dog. Like, I don't know you like that. So why do you come sit?" You know what I'm saying? He was like, "Man, I want to talk to you about the game." I was like, "Why the fuck you want to talk to me? I don't know you, dog." He's like, "Oh man, you being hurt." I'm like, "Listen, bro. Enjoy your win. I appreciate you guys' win, good win, whatever. But you're not about to sit down here ranting about me, bro. And we about to chat it up. I don't know you, dog. Are you a subscriber? Do you follow me on Twitter or something? I have no idea who you are. So I think you need to kind of move back up there where you came from." And he was like, "Yo, it's like that, bro. I'm just saying, I don't know you. Like, I don't want to chuck it up with you because I don't know who you are. You're not about to come and sit down by me and pick me randomly, right?" Like, he was so excited that the Texans beat the Cowboys with Cooper Rush. You know what I'm saying? With Cooper Rush. You know what I'm saying? So the Atlanta Falcons swag surfed their ass all night after beating the Cowboys. So everybody is going to give us their best shot, right? So we have to know that and know that you have to be 10 times better than what you think you are. See what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. Like, you have to be 10 times better. Hold on, let me see here. Let's see. Let's go say. Hold on. Sorry, if the coacher, I need an OC who can help my offense and defensive head coach. Nothing for this offense or team. I think I need a coacher, bro. I need a culture coach. I need a culture coach, right? I need a culture coach, right? Mike McCarthy wasn't he wasn't great, but he wasn't a bad X and O's guys, right? This is Mike McCarthy, right? So, because think about this, y'all. Look how Josh Allen has excelled from last year to this year. All they did was limit the big plays, tell him to take the easy throws, right? Run the ball better with James Cook, right? They didn't come up with nothing crazy, right? The Philadelphia Eagles, Kellen Moore doesn't have some crazy X's and O's scheme. All they're doing is giving the ball to Saquon Barkley. You know what I'm saying? That's all we're doing, right? That's all we're doing. It's just, we lost our play caller as well. Yeah, I agree. So you're going to have to go an offensive-minded coach, right? You're going to have to go offensive, I believe, right? But like I've been saying, Wes, where a lot of people don't want to have the tough conversation, the offense that we've been seeing in Dallas isn't Kellen Moore's offense. It isn't Mike McCarthy's offense. It's Dak Prescott's offense. So you're going to have to find someone that can coexist with Dak Prescott's offense because he has full control. He has the full keys over the offense. And that's why I was trying to say on Twitter till everyone started jumping, you know what I'm saying? Right? It's a night and day difference how our offense looks with Dak under center versus Cooper Rush or Trey Lance, right? It's a night and day difference. And where I was saying that, granted that the Dak offense is more efficient because he's the better quarterback, but there's a lot of things that Dak is conducting and changing and reconstructing pre-snap versus rush, Lance. Hey, yeah, here we go. Say that. Yeah, here we go. Say that. They're not doing all the adjustments. It's not kill. Kim K. Y'all remember when Dak was calling out Kim K's name and all sorts of shit? Like, Cooper Rush is not doing that. But not only is Cooper Rush and Trey Lance not doing that, if you watch and compare to other quarterbacks around the league, it's minimal that you see other quarterbacks on Sunday being a full conductor and orchestrator of what's going on. And this is, like I said, I talked to Kurt Warner about this, and he was like, I hate it, but Mike McCarthy has always done that with the top quarterbacks, right? So like Peyton Manning had full control. He's like Aaron Rodgers had that full control, and he gave it to Dak Prescott. So Dak Prescott can go out there, kill. Oh, West Coast can go out there with a run the damn ball hat. Dak Prescott can see a cover 2 shell. That's a design run for Rico, and just be like, kill. Kill that shit. We're going to pass now. You know what I'm saying? Like, he has that kind of control. Right now, granted, he has earned it because remember last year, right? Remember last year when we came out with the Tex Coast offense and Mike McCarthy was trying to do this quick throw offense and, short throws and, because he was trying to manage Dak Prescott's interceptions and all that shit. And the offense was kind of looking, it's not there. After San Francisco and Mike McCarthy, my #1 subscriber, watched the video, he just said, you know what? Here, Dak, take the fucking keys, you drive. Take the keys, you drive, bro. You got it. And that's when Dak started, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, kill. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, check. Denver. He's the Mike. 45 is the Mike. Kill. Red, check. Kim K. Said. And Dak started carving up stuff. So Dak has had the keys in the offense. You know what I'm saying? Dak had the keys. Yeah, who had Dak looking like an MVP? That was Mike McCarthy. Right? That was last year under Mike McCarthy's offense. Yeah, here we go, right? 115 in here. Hit the like button. Let's get it up, man. Appreciate y'all, man. Walking and talking. We are almost at 2 miles, man. 2 miles. So I was gonna say is like, Dak has a lot of control over our offense, right? Now the question is, should that be the Dallas Cowboys way? I don't know. I'll have to research a lot more. But as of right now, he has the keys, He has the keys, right? And I feel like that is what's going to make Dak great, is that he does have a mind like that, right? A lot of casual fans don't understand how Dak plays the quarterback game at such a high level. Like, but if you are really a football nerd or a geek like me and DMV and other landlord and West Coast and others in this chat, right? If you are really a football nerd, Dak Prescott be doing his damn thing, y'all. He really does. Like, case in point, I told you guys a story. You guys know Cooper Beebe, his family lives, up the street from me. So we rode to Dallas on a plane, right? When we flew into the Baltimore game, right? Salute to Tom Beebe and the Beebes. Cooper Beebe played phenomenal this year, right? Cooper Beebe, right? But Cooper Beebe's dad was saying that when they decided to make him the center, like Cooper Beebe was struggling with the snaps. We all kind of saw it in camp. Like his snaps kind of looking a little, you know what I'm saying? So Dak Prescott went to Cooper Beebe and says, listen, bro, you are thinking too much because you're trying to set all the slide protects, locate the mic IDs, right? And it's kind of throwing you off and disrupting your timing. So don't worry about all that, right? You just worry about getting the ball in my hands and firing off the ball. I will do the rest, right? I will do the rest. So Dak Prescott was able to take his rookie center and say, listen, let me take that responsibility off of you, bro. You just focus on snapping the ball and keeping my ass safe. You know what I'm saying? And Dak was setting the slide protects, the lids, the rips. You know what I'm saying? ID in the mic, right? 42 is the mic, 52 is the mic. No, kill. You know what I'm saying? Like he was doing all that, right? And I posted this clip on Twitter 1,000 times. Like, look how proactive Dak is pre-snap compared to other quarterbacks. I might just make a full video on YouTube for it. You know what I'm saying? So, because a lot of like shallow football minds don't understand it. Oh, that's what every quarterback does. No, not that frequency. Not that frequency, right? Other quarterbacks are not digesting and being a scientist at the offensive line pre-snap like Dak Prescott. You see what I'm saying? They're not. 2 miles, bang. Let's see here. They said, can't even have a little funny here. Absolutely not. We got shooters all over the roof, man. Move accordingly or get shot. The prime reason we need Brock Hoffman was helping him at the line. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So, but Cooper Beebe later grew, you know what I'm saying? Because he had to, right? Dak was gone, right? So he grew, but That just shows some of the responsibility that Dak is able to do, right? So the question that we have to have is that do we need Dak to take on all the responsibility? You know what I'm saying? Like, do we need him to take on all that responsibility? Not to mention, you also have to do all that. Check, slide, check, rip, Liz. You know what I'm saying? 22, ID the mic. Kill. Adjust, or change. Over, right? Doing all that. And then having to do it, worry about Terrence Steele and Tyler Guyton getting your back blown out. You see what I'm saying? Like, you had to do all that pre-snap, and then post-snap, you have to make the right decision. Offensive line's getting pressure, and now they're bracketing CeeDee Lamb, and now you got Jalen Brooks can't get no separation. Who the hell knows what Ferguson's doing in the scene? You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to do a lot of shit in Dallas. It's a lot of work. So if anyone deserves to be paid like the way they are, it's Dak Prescott, because he's taking on a lot of responsibility, bro. He's taking on a lot of responsibility, bro. He's taking on a lot of responsibility. My dog Chris, what's going on, bro? What's going on? Top of the morning. So yeah. So that's the thing. So like, case in point, right? Jalen was 6 for 12 for 39 and was up 10-0, right? So Jalen's about to go to an NFC Championship game. Perfect, right? Hi, Eagles fans. Welcome. Top of the morning. Case in point. The Eagles were able to shift from last year being a pass primary team to being a run primary team just this year, right? To having games where Jalen Hurts can throw for 36 yards and they can still advance in the playoffs. You see what I'm saying? Because they have built their team in that type of manner where you have a running back, you have 2 elite wide receivers, you have a 1A and a 2B at the tight end position. You have a talented offensive line. The defense has a lot of young dogs. So Jalen Hurts does not have to be perfect in order for the Eagles to win. And he got paid his money, right? So perfect example. Hi, Eagles fans. Appreciate you, right? He doesn't have to be perfect in order for the Eagles to win. Dak Prescott has to be perfect. Dak Prescott has to be perfect in order for the Cowboys to win, especially in the playoffs. You see what I'm saying? Especially in the playoffs. Y'all remember that game that we won in Tampa? Dak Prescott went out there and put on a goddamn exhibition. I seen it with my own eyes. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I seen it with my own eyes. Dak Prescott had arguably the best game in his career to beat Tom Brady on the road in the playoffs. He had to do that. He couldn't have went out there and threw for 36 yards. We would have got packed up. You know what I'm saying? We would have got packed up. See what I'm saying? So that is the problem. We are too dependent on Dak. Dak has to be Superman or else. I would love for Dak to have a 47-yard game. You know what I'm saying? I would love to hop on Club Shay Shay or whatever, or ESPN First Take, and they're saying the Cowboys won in spite of Dak Prescott. Y'all remember those? Y'all remember those conversations? I want those. I want those where it's like, man, the Cowboys only won because Micah Parsons had 3 sacks. Deron Blix had a pick 6. Ashton Jeanty rushed for 165 yards and 3 touchdowns. And CeeDee Lamb had a game-breaking touchdown. I want them games. I want that back. I want that argument back. It was like, Dak is carry. I want the Dak is carry conversations back. See what I'm saying? But no. Think about last year, right? We went on the run, right? Whether you like it or not, we went on the run last year, won the division with the number 2 seed. Dak had to be playing at an MVP level. Dak had to be playing at an MVP level in order for that to happen, right? So the question, and so y'all can argue in the comments or whatever, how many more MVP level performances do you think that Dak Prescott has left in him? I say maybe like 1, right? Maybe 1 or 2, you know what I'm saying? So I say it's like 1 or 2, maybe 1-ish, 1.5, right? So that's the problem. We are saying we paid Dak this money. He has to go be Superman every freaking game. or else. It's not our fault, right? But Tua got paid. He's perfectly fine. Did Jared Goff have to go be Superman last night? Nope. All these quarterbacks, Josh Allen doesn't have to be Superman. Now, when it's time to make a play, you see some of those superhuman plays, right? But he didn't have to go be Superman. Jalen Hurts didn't have to be Superman. You know what I'm saying? Jalen Hurts didn't have to go be Superman. Jalen Hurts was coming out concussion protocol. He wasn't running around doing all sorts. Like, bro, hey, just don't mess it up. You know what I'm saying? Just don't mess it up. Get the ball to A.J. Brown. Here's a little boot. Here's Grant Calcaterra. Here's Saquon Barkley. Here's a toss, right? Just don't mess it up. Exactly, Chad. We force Dak to do more with less. Do more with less. I bought you this, right? Now, it's your fault. See what I'm saying? So it's so crazy that that's the mentality in Dallas. But who's going to be blamed for that? Not Jerry, not Steven. It's going to be Dak. Now, there's no more Mike McCarthy to blame, right? So now, Dak is going to be the problem. Now, here's what I want to say, man. Let me stop. Let me stop right now. Cowboys players, I love you, right? I love a lot of y'all, man. I love a lot of y'all. I talk to y'all behind the scenes. We have relationships. We play Madden. We have a lot of good conversations behind the scenes. But yo, Dallas Cowboys players, I need y'all to grow a pair right now, today. Like today, I'm calling you out. I'm putting you on a 2-hour notice, right? How does your head coach and Mike McCarthy not get extended? And I've seen one tweet from one player. I've seen one tweet, to my dog Wanye. I've seen one tweet from one player. Your head coach just got let go. Your head coach who you fought week 17, we have no quit. Your head coach just got let go. I haven't seen not a tweet from none of y'all. What's up, Doug? What's going on, my guy? Yo, come on, Cowboys players. Speak out. Speak up. Speak up. Your coach just got let go. Nobody say, damn, man. Nobody said, damn, bro. Mike was my guy. I appreciate you. Appreciate all the things we done. This was wrong. I want you back. Damn, bro. Mike McCarthy, man, we had a lot of, you know what I'm saying? Said maybe they was lying and didn't like him. Well, if you didn't like him, Rome, then y'all ass should have quit versus the Washington Commanders so we could have been drafting Abdul Carter. You know what I'm saying? If y'all wanted to quit on Mike McCarthy and y'all didn't like him, y'all could have quit on Mike McCarthy. My dog prop guys in the building, man. But I've only seen one tweet. Since Mike McCarthy got let go. That's crazy to me. Now, we know Dak's not going to say nothing, right? Dak not going to say nothing. But, I mean, Micah, where you at, dog? Trayvon, where you at, dog? CD, where you at, dog? Damn, bro. Your coach is gone. Don't be like Tony Pollard and wait till the Super Bowl to find out your head coach is gone. You see what I'm saying? Tony Pollard was damn at the Super Bowl and was like, oh, we let Dan Quinn go when that happened, bro. About a week ago. You know what I'm saying? So where's the players' commentary? Where's the players' tweets about your head coach just getting packed up and gone? Hey man, hate things didn't work out, but I really enjoy playing with you, coach. You know what I'm saying? Don't let me find out Jerry got y'all shook, dog. Don't let me find it. Half y'all, 23 of y'all, are probably not going to return next season anyways. Right? So it's like, hey, they on vacation, they're tired. Tired from what, bro? Tired from what? They should be rested and refreshed. You know what I'm saying? They should be rested and refreshed. Like, yeah, vacation for what? What are you going to Cabo for, bro? You gave up over 270 yards versus the Ravens. What are you going to Cabo for? You know what I'm saying? You don't get no vacation, bro. You don't get no vacation. You know what I'm saying? But it's crazy. It's crazy. A year of football takes more than some weeks to recover. I mean, I get that, right? The body recovery. But they on Twitter. I see them on Twitter talking about other stuff. You know what I'm saying? They on Twitter commenting about other stuff, but you're not going to, your head coach, dog? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You talking about all sorts of other stuff, but they just let your head coach go. Who's going to speak up for Mike? I saw one player yesterday, which is crazy, right? And this is what I was saying to the media, right? Media members. We constantly hear, oh, we wanted to see what Mike McCarthy could do if he could do things his way, right? And this is where the media members have to ask follow-up questions. Okay, player A, you said you would like to see what Mike McCarthy can do if he could have things his way. Tell me, what do you mean by that? That's a good, you know what I'm saying? That's media trained, J-Tuck. Tell me, what do you mean by that? Give me an example, right? Follow-up questions. Follow-up questions, media. Ask the follow-up questions. You don't get to hear a player say, I wish Mike McCarthy could have done things more his way. Okay, that's what's up. Appreciate it. And turn it in. Ask the follow-up question. We need to find out what was the things that Mike McCarthy was trying to do his way and wasn't allowed to do. Because then us as journalists can echo your voices and your concern to hopefully make sure that's going to be a change for the next coaches that comes in, right? So if you say, you know what, I wish that Mike McCarthy would have had more control over the play calling, then now us as media, yes, new media or old media, whoever, can now tell the press, okay, you wanted Mike McCarthy to have more control over the play calling, right? Who was in charge of the play calling? You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of things, boxes that needs to be checked in Dallas. You see what I'm saying? There needs to be boxes checked in Dallas. There's a lot of uncertainty, and we cannot fix this organization, y'all, until we find the root of the problem, right? Simon Sinek, right? Book, right? Start with why. The why, the why, the why. Focus on the why. The why. Why are you saying you wish Mike McCarthy would have had more control? What's Will McClay's future? I think Will McClay does return. Me personally. The Cowboys cannot live and breathe without Will McClay. He is the Instagram filter on an ugly ass chick. Y'all remember back in the day on Instagram where all the girls used to put those little panda ears on and it had like the little nose and stuff and they put the makeup on? Because what that filter was doing, it was making some chicks whose face really is look a little bit better than what it really is, right? That is Will McClay. Will McClay is the panda filter for a, okay. You know what I'm saying? She all right. But when she puts that panda filter on and had the little bunny ears around her, looks a lot better. You know what I'm saying? That's what Will McClay when it comes to the Cowboys is. Y'all remember that phase, bro. Every chick on the timeline was walking around looking like panda bears. every chick on the Instagram timeline was walking around looking like goddamn panda bears because of that filter. That's Will McClay. You know what I'm saying? Jerry don't want you to see all the wrinkles, the baggy eyes. You know what I'm saying? He don't want you to see all that. Jerry don't want you to see all that. The wrinkles, you know what I'm saying? The messed up lip fillers, the Botox dripping. Jerry don't want y'all to see all that. So he puts Will McClay on it. Oh, it looks good. And Will McClay I trust. And Will McClay I trust, right? Yeah, it was dog ears and the tongue filter too. Yeah, bro. Every chick was, it was a zoo, dude. Instagram was a zoo, dude. Every chick was walking around looking like zoo animals because of that filter. That's what Will McClay is to the Dallas Cowboys. If you were to take Will McClay away from the Dallas Cowboys, we'd probably, whoa. That's not how you looked in the photo. You know what I'm saying? We're getting catfish with Will McClay. You see what I'm saying? we getting catfish. You know what I'm saying? You take Will McClay away from the Cowboys, we all gonna be like, bro. Wait, That's what y'all really look like? That's what you draft like? And Nah, bro. That ain't what look like in the photo. You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all fellas have been there. You know what I'm saying? Me, luckily, I never had to go through that. You know what I'm saying? Salute to my beautiful wife. When y'all saw the photos on Instagram, you thought you bagged you something until they knocked on your door and you was like, whoa. Whoa. Hey, nice to meet you. So yeah, that's what Will McClay's the Cowboys. So I feel like they won't let Will McClay go anywhere because what's going on with you, Vaughn? I feel like Will McClay, he's the filter for us, man. But what I was trying to preach to y'all on Twitter, right, is that we have to stop giving Will McClay all of the credit, right? I get it, in Will McClay we trust, right? But we're going to talk about this in our draft sessions. It's not how it works, right? So you have Jerry and Stephen Jones, okay, boom. You have Will McClay, the head of scouting, okay? Will McClay's the head of scouting. Now, Will McClay is not going to Fresno, California, and scouting and watching hours and hours of film on Deron Bland, interviewing coaches, interviewing staff members, interviewing, family. He is not doing all that, right? What Will McClay does is he has a scout who's in charge of the cornerback position, right? And this lead scout over the cornerback position now has a bunch of little area scouts under him, right? So these are the guys and girls that are sleeping in cars, traveling around, getting notes, talking to teachers, players, coaches, whatever, right? So they're watching film. They check the background stuff when it comes to Deron Bland. They funnel it up to the cornerback scout, right? They start colluding, watching film on Deron Bland, right? Then they talk to the cornerback coach or Al Harris, say, if these are the traits, these are the reports that we have on Deron Bland, okay, boom, boom, boom. Then Al Harris and the cornerback scouts take that up to Will McClay. This is our presentation, right? And yay or nay, they show Will McClay to display their presentation, show them the film, show the traits, right? And Will McClay decides to manage the board, right? That's how it works. So I don't think a lot of people understand that. Now, Will McClay was a scout, right? But he is not doing all of the work. You know what I'm saying? So people are like, oh, well, he found Wanye Thomas and he found Marquise Bell. I 1,000% guarantee you that Will McClay was not sleeping in a car out at FAMU scouting Marquise Bell. He wasn't, right? That was some area scout. And I met a few area scouts, met a few at the Colorado game, and they live a crazy life, y'all. They live a crazy life, man. I met a area scout. He was here in Kansas City watching the Kansas game, and this Friday night when they played over here at Sporting KC. And then he was like, after the game, I'm going to travel to Manhattan, Kansas. It was like an hour, 2 hours away, right? Traveled there, didn't have a hotel. He was just going to sleep in his car and get ready for 11 o'clock game to scout Kansas State players. And I was just like, bro, an NFL scout, they're not even giving you a hotel? He was like, man, sometimes they do. I mean, what do you mean as an NFL scout, sometimes they give you a hotel? He's like, yeah, more like normally I just kind of like stay in the car, man, I got my truck. So what do you mean as an NFL scout that sometimes they do give you a hotel? Ain't no way, dog. Ain't no way. I am too old. My bones crack too much for me to be sleeping in the car. I don't even know how to sleep in a car anymore. You see what I'm saying? So those are the guys and girls that are doing all the grunt work. You know what I'm saying? Talking to the coaching staff and the trainers and like really getting to know, like, so you ever notice like when you read like the Bruther, the Beast, right? And you have all of these little nooks and crannies about, like Sam Williams getting in trouble in high school and like all this shit, right? That's because some area scouts, they are talking to everybody and anybody. You see what I'm saying? They're talking to everybody and anybody to get those reports out, right? So it funnels up to Will McClay, and then Will McClay decides, yeah, I like it. What does Dan Quinn really think? All right, you like these traits, bro? All right, let's add them on the board. Let's add them as a 5th or 6th round value. And they start building the board from there. You see what I'm saying? So I think a lot of people say, oh, Will McClay we trust. It's not all Will McClay. It's Will McClay and a team of a bunch of different people. You see what I'm saying? And it's the same thing for media members, right? Like Mel Kiper isn't working like DMV or working like me. Like Mel Kiper isn't watching thousands of prospects when it comes to the draft stuff. He has people that funnel that information, actually got a hold of it. He has a bunch of people that funnel that information up to Mel Kiper, and they might check boxes, like say, oh, Luther Burden should be a first round pick. And then Mel said, okay, bet. You know what I'm saying? Bet. I like that. Luther Burden, blah, 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 blah. He ain't watching Luther Burden's film sessions 5 to 6 times, 6 games, rewind. He's not doing that, right? Everything's getting funneled up to Mel Kiper. They kind of check the boxes of who to look for, who not to look for, what rounds projection, right? It's like a $60,000 subscription fee to get this report. I got it, right? Not the updated version, but I got one. I got a version of it. And that's how they go from there, right? So a lot of the stuff that y'all see behind the scenes, it's fake news. It's fake. But yeah, not sure I'll go over to Will McClay. But yeah, Will McClay, he'll probably return. Man, it's gruesome being a Cowboys fan as a team, but they need something. Yeah, bro, it's just one of those things, right? It's just one of those things where it just is what it is at this point, right? It just is what it is at this point. Now, for us, all we can do is focus on solutions, right? And like I said, y'all, this is a time where negative content's gonna boom, clickbait content's gonna boom. I mean, y'all about to get clickbaited up. They about to clickbait the shit out of y'all, dog. I would not be surprised if someone just tosses Jimmy Johnson's name out there, that Jerry Jones has reached out to Jimmy Johnson to return as a Dallas Cowboys head coach. They are going to clickbait the shit out of y'all. Easy. It's easy money right now. It's easy money. Yes, a new owner, right? It's going to be easy money right now. They are going to clickbait the shit out of y'all. And if you're emotional, if you're just, you're going to fall off, right? You're going to fall off. Whoa. I saw something on the radio, and they said that Jason Witten could be returning as the head coach of the Dallas Cowboys, and he was going to make Tony Romo as the offensive coordinator. What's your thoughts on that? And my thoughts are going to be like, yo, you need to chill the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? That's what my thoughts are going to be. But that's what's going to happen. Jason Witten could return as the Dallas Cowboys head coach. And Tony Romo could be his play caller. And you know Witten's name. And you know Romo's name. And you're going to jump out the window because you saw a graphic on Facebook. And you're going to go crazy. You're going to go crazy with the clickbait. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. They'll be saying they'll say Jimmy Johnson expected. Y'all remember when Jimmy Johnson was going to join the Dallas Cowboys advisory team? Bro, Jimmy and Jerry probably ain't talked since, dog. Jimmy has probably not talked to Jerry Jones since he went up in that Ring of Honor. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Jason Witten needs much more coaching experience and needs to build a winning program in the school where he's at. Jason Witten needs to coach college. Jason Witten needs to coach college first. Going from high school to the pros, you can't even do that as a player. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they was talking about Jimmy Johnson. Jimmy Johnson was now on Jerry Jones' advisory board. Y'all remember that whole thing? Advisory board. Who the hell is Jerry Jones? Now, all the years I've been watching the Cowboys, I've never heard Jerry Jones of having an advisory board. So the advisory board that Jerry Jones has told him, hey, you should burn a 4th round pick for Trey Lance. Right? That's what the advisory board, hey, the advisory board told me you should burn a 4th round pick for Jonathan Mingo. If that's your advisory board, Jerry Jones, get rid of them, please. Get rid of them. Get rid of them. Get rid of them. I don't get the take on Witten being a head coach, hard pass. But why is it being promoted to you? Because it's a name. It's the Cowboys' name. It's going to create content. It's going to create engagement. It's going to create engagement. And you guys will be surprised. You guys know, right? I talk to y'all. I'm on Twitter. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Instagram. Was on TikTok. Thank God I didn't build that platform, right? Because I hated the app anyways, right? I talk to thousands of Cowboys fans a day, right? It's my job. It's what I do, right? Talk to thousands of Cowboys fans. You guys would be surprised how many Cowboys fans are excited about the thought and the opportunity to have Jason Witten as their head coach. There's a lot. There is a lot. There is a lot. Like I said, literally, I was in a Twitter space last night before I jumped live, yesterday before I jumped live with y'all, right? And that's what everyone was arguing about. Why Jason Witten would be like Dan Campbell and make the change for the Cowboys to get to the Super Bowl. Now, Jason Witten as a player couldn't even get as close. And he was a much better player than he will ever probably be a coach, right? He couldn't get as close as a player, but as a coach, he gonna get us there? Come on, y'all. We big tripping. We are big tripping. So people are in the Twitter space arguing about Jason Witten, why he's gonna be the head coach of Dallas Cowboys, and why it makes sense, and why Jason Witten is a much better coaching candidate than Coach Deion Sanders and Coach Prime. And I said, hey, you know what? Thanks y'all for having me in this space, but I think I'm gonna go over here. I think I'm gonna go live. I appreciate you guys for having me up on the panel. Appreciate it. But I'm thinking about to just go to my YouTube channel and go live. I am out of here. You know what I'm saying? I am out of here. I am out of here because he played tight end in Dallas, right? Yeah, cool. That's it. He played. Now, Jason Witten played tight end for the Philadelphia Eagles and had the same career, nobody will be talking about, oh, we should bring in Jason Witten, the former Eagles tight end out of high school football, to be our head coach. Nobody would be saying that. Nobody would be saying that. Shit, Arthur, bro, they need a tight end. You'd be better off probably having Jason Witten come back to play tight end than a head coach. I would probably take Jason Witten back as a head coach. I mean, Jason Witten at damn near 40 had the same amount of yards as Ferg had. I'll probably take Jason Witten back as a tight end before I take a head coach. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he a Dan Campbell type. He like Dan Campbell. He like Dan Campbell. A former tight end. That's it. Is that it? All right, my guy. Appreciate you, man. Have a good one. Have a blessed one. No one's coming to say the Cowboys. No Deion, not God himself. It ain't happening. Man, I mean, it feels like it. To me, it's crazy to think that Jason Witten is going to be just like Dan Campbell or the next Dan Campbell just because they were both tight ends and played for the Cowboys. It's that easy. If that's all you had to do, I mean, why stop at Jason Witten? You know what I'm saying? Why not go get Jay Novacek? I mean, I feel like Jay Novacek is a Super Bowl winning tight end that played for Dallas. Go get Jay Novacek. He right there. Since we're just bringing in former tight ends, go get Jay Novacek. Jay Novacek has won Super Bowls. So it's just like, it's just crazy that it's like, all right, bro, I get the Bill Belichick's, I get the Coach Prime, I get the Jason Witten. Those are the fun names. Ha ha, kiki, right? But can we go start focusing on some real issues and getting some real coaches? Can we get some real coach? It was fun yesterday. Mike McCarthy left, wishing the best. I have no animosity towards Mike McCarthy. I feel like he raised the standard in Dallas, right? Love him or hate him, he raised the standard in Dallas, right? But can we get rid of the fun names, the clickbaity names, and get me a list of real candidates? Because I ain't got none. I do not have none, right? I need some real candidates, bro. Some real food, some real nourishment. All the dessert and candy, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? But we need some real candidates. Gavin Escobar, you know what I'm saying? Brian Flores, I would like Brian Flores. Aaron Glenn, that's who I want, bro. I would like Aaron Glenn, but you know, if you know, you know. If you know, you know. Aaron Glenn don't feel like Dan Campbell to me. All those players from the 90s have lost a level of respect from the front office. Troy speaks out, Emmett speaks out, doesn't say a thing. Mike Irv just yells and discusses. Yeah, because you have to think about this, Vaughn. Look at the foundation that they built and what it is now. You put your blood, sweat, and tears to build a Dallas Cowboys championship roster and a standard of what Dallas Cowboys football should represent. And look what it is now. You know, crazy thing is, if I was born in the 2000s, like some of you guys are younger, I don't know how y'all became Dallas Cowboys fans. You see what I'm saying? So for me, when I was a young child, coming into the game of football, like I said, the Dallas Cowboys was everything. Now, of course, you know what I'm saying, I was raised in Austin, Texas, you know what I'm saying? But the Dallas Cowboys, they were known for winning football. You know what I'm saying? And the crazy thing is, like, my family, they were Cowboys fans. You know, Mama Tuck, biggest Cowboys fan. Like, the way I am about, like, Prime and Dez, like, that's how she is about Tony Dorsett. Like, Mama Tuck does not play about no Tony Dorsett. She'll throw hands with somebody over Tony Dorsett, right? So she kind of came up, right? Calvin Hill, like all those guys, right? So she is Tony Dorsett, right? But so when I was a basketball fan. I was a basketball kid, right? I'm named after Michael Jordan, so it's just, you know what I'm saying, it's a basketball kid, right? But when she started getting me to watch football, I watched it, but I wasn't really into it, right? I kind of watched it, right? And I remember my mom was really trying to grow me into being a Cowboys fan and really get me to watch football. Like, I was a Cowboys fan just by birthright, but I wasn't really watching football where I wanted to watch the game, right? So when I started watching the game, it was the Cowboys, but also my best friend, his family were all 49ers fans, right? They were 49ers fans, diehard. His dad was the 49ers, had a man cave, 49ers everything, right? So back then, it was a tug and pull. Like, I wanted to kind of be with my friends and what he was liking so we can kind of match, right? And I was, you know what I'm saying? So I was kind of like a tug and pull. And then they had Dion, you know what I'm saying? So I would kind of see Dion, you know what I'm saying? Wear the bandana, you know, so it's kind of like one of those things, right? But I still remember to this day watching the Cowboys come out and play, and those big star jerseys that y'all know that I love, and I have pretty much every player in every color, right? Those big ass stars, that blue ass fucking star on the side of the helmet, you know, the swag that they played with, you know, America's team, confident, Michael Irvin, Emmitt Smith. I was like, I want to be back there, you know what I'm saying? I wanted to be with them, you know what I'm saying? And my third grade teacher, she was a huge Dallas Cowboys fan. So when I would kind of like almost get into trouble, she would give me like Dallas Cowboys books to read, right? Like, here, go read a book. Go read a book, right? Chill out, relax, because I was a hot-headed kid, right? Go read a book, relax. Go read a book, and it was always like Cowboys books, right? And I would sit there at her desk. I would draw that Cowboys star. I would draw Cowboys players, you know what I'm saying? And then here I am today, you see what I'm saying? So that's how it molded. But like, coming up, y'all, the Dallas Cowboys was the standard of football excellence. Like, they just was. Like, it was completely different. Like, if you would have told me that the Dallas Cowboys would be this big corporate whatever, I'd have been like, hell nah, bro. I mean, our offensive lineman was nasty. Our defensive lineman was nasty. Michael Irvin, Alvin Harper, played with swagger. Jay Novacek, Moose Johnson, fullback. Emmitt Smith, Troy Aikman. Like, Jimmy Johnson, swagger, going back and forth with Buddy Ryan. Like, it was just tough, nasty, grimy football. And those of you who are younger, who never had to experience going to Texas Stadium, how we think about like Eagles fans are today and the link, right, is how people thought about Texas Stadium. It was grimy. It was gutter. The fans were ruthless. Like, it was a completely different football experience from what we came up as Cowboys fans. So now here we are, old as shit, looking at this like, what is this? Like, how did we get here? Like, how, I don't know. Like, it was, how did we get here? You know, so like, I just felt like we were in somewhere, you know, it was amazing. Football was the main thing. And all of a sudden, the calendar years swapped, and 30 years later, we are like, how did we end up here? How did we end up here? You know? It's just, now the Cowboys get blown out by 40 at home. They get blown out by 40 at home constantly. Like, constantly. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just a night and day difference from what the Dallas Cowboys was when I became a Cowboys fan to what they are today. You know? And like I said, the craziest part, even though the San Francisco 49ers have not won longer than us, right? Even though the 49ers have still kept their toughness. The 49ers still kept their tenacity. The 49ers still kind of kept their culture throughout all the years. You know what I'm saying? The 49ers teams that you guys see today with Brock Purdy and, you know, and Deebo Samuel and, you know what I'm saying, and Christian McCaffrey, it was like that back in the day. They kind of kept their foundation and kept their mold. Have they won a Super Bowl yet? No, but they kept their identity. But for us, we lost it. And I feel like we lost it because we sold out for the mega dollars. You see what I'm saying? We sold out for the sponsorships. We sold out. We're not tough, gritty, grimy. You know what I'm saying? We're not that anymore. We're not that anymore. You know what I'm saying? Our fan base, we have no identity anymore. Half y'all watch, probably 95% of y'all don't know the fight song. We don't have a chant. We don't have a slogan. We damn near don't even have a hashtag, right? Like, we just don't have culture. Like, I'm sitting there watching the Baltimore Ravens game, and I'm like, bro, they have a goddamn band at their home stadium. You know what I'm saying? We don't have a Go Pack Go. We don't have a Fly Eagles Fly. We don't have a Skull. We don't have a Who Dat, Who Dat, Who Dat. We don't have a Who Dey. We don't have a Chiefs. We don't have anything. We just have high-ass ticket prices and a mediocre football team. We Them Boys was created and stolen by a Pittsburgh Steelers fans. Wiz Khalifa is a Pittsburgh Steelers fan, right? That's like stealing a song or slogan from Meek Mill, who's the Eagles fan. Like, We Them Boys doesn't belong to us. We just kind of stole it. That song was not about us. You're saying? That song was not about us. That same year, remember, Wiz Khalifa came out with Black and Yellow. Look in my town, every town, when you see me, we be black and yellow, black and yellow. And they waving terrible towels. Then he made We Them Boys, and this happened. The Cowboys like, oh, I like that. I'm going to steal that. And Wiz Khalifa was like, well, shit, if y'all going to steal it, I'm going to get royalties every time y'all play it. Have at it. I would do the same thing too. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't belong to us. We stole it. But it's like, I run it. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure if we stole some Eagles fans' song, right, and we started playing it, they getting revenue every time we play it, they gon', but that's not us. That's not our identity. That's not who we really are. You know? And it's a thing where it's like, we haven't been able to create our own culture. Yeah, hey, 2014 Wiz Khalifa was different, man. Salute to Wiz, man. I got to open up a show with Wiz Khalifa back in the day, you know, but Wiz Khalifa was star power, man. Like, y'all remember them freestyles on Twitter on Freestyle Friday, you know, when he came out with my favorite song is Materialistic, you know, opportunity in my face, so I can't make me stand her up. No, I can hardly wait. Got a date with Mrs. That's enough. Say they don't understand. There's no like that. Like Wiz Khalifa back in the day was that dude. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we stole the song, jacked him. You know what I'm saying? But it's just a different culture environment, and we lost our ways, y'all. We lost our ways from the Dallas Cowboys being about football. Like, case in point, I was watching the news last night, right? After the game. They said in Kansas City, starting this weekend, right? Starting this weekend here in Kansas City, the city of Kansas City will make $70 million, right? The city of Kansas City will make $70 million, right? Each playoff round that the Chiefs advances because they only got 2, right? Because they got home field, right? They get number 1 seed, right? So $70 million to the city of Kansas City this week, and probably $70 million next week will be flooded into Kansas City, right? With food, hotels, travel, expenses. That's how it's going to boost the economy. Now imagine the Dallas Cowboys, what our economy would be like if we were advancing through the playoffs. It would be quadruple that. It would be quadruple that. It would be quadruple that. If the Cowboys were playing in an NFC Championship game at home, we're not talking right now on treadmill. We are in Dallas going crazy. We at Texas Live. We at everywhere. We are out and about, baby. We are at the pro shop buying every jersey and every color. Right? We are spending top dollar. So that's what I'm trying to understand when it comes to Dallas Cowboys is winning can also be a recipe for marketability, but also for revenue. If you win, Jerry Jones, he's watching right now. Stephen Jones, he's watching right now. You know what I'm saying? All right, appreciate you, Dwayne. Appreciate you, my guy. If you go out there and win, right, the business will take care of itself. The business will take care of itself if you go out there and just win. If you just win, the business will take care of itself. You don't have to sell me anything, Jerry Jones. If you just go out there and win, you don't have to tell me that so and so. You don't have to sell me on the idea of CeeDee Lamb. You don't have to sell me that CeeDee Lamb is one of the greats. If we go out there and win, I will buy a CeeDee Lamb jersey. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to sell me. You don't have to sell me on these things. It makes it easier. You've already built the machine. If you just go out there and win and handle football business, it takes care of itself. So instead of tickets in week 17 being $25, they might be $600. And guess what? We are still paying. We're still paying, right? I've been to those games, right? We look online like, God damn, bro, the cheapest ticket to get in the building is like $450, right? Still paid it. We still paid it. So if you just go out there and go all in and do right by Cowboys fans, I promise you, Jerry and Stephen Jones, we will do our part. We will do our part. Now imagine this, right? Before we leave, Jay took here in the new Washington Commanders Go-Go song. They got our Cowboys in the lyrics as a reference. They probably do, man. They probably do. I'm sure that left hand up, who are we? I'm sure that shit's going crazy right now. I look at the views. Like I'm sure that it's going crazy right now. But I'll say this. Where do all these fucking bots come from, bro? Like, I looked and researched, y'all. I don't know how we get these people up out of here. But at this point, just let them stay because I'm like, they run up the algorithm like crazy. But it's so weird that we get a fucking bunch of random fans that want to jump and talk to us. Like, it's the dumbest shit ever. It's really, I mean, let me take that back. Because I'm being mean. Tuck, don't be mean. I appreciate that we have Eagles fans and whoever they want to jump in our live and talk to us. I'm flattered. I'm really flattered. I'm humbled by that, right? That it's early morning. I'm on a treadmill talking Dallas Cowboys. I have Dallas Cowboys in the title, right? And still have a bunch of random fan bases headed to work, wanting to pull over on the side of the road, I hope, and talk to me, right? So I'm humbled by that. But I don't understand it. And I love my Eagles content creators and all sorts of, across the league. I'm not doing that shit for no other team. There's no way I'm spending my early morning sitting here watching a live stream for a team that I don't care about, But what was I getting back to? But appreciate it, man. Welcome, man. Cowgirls suck, Eagles suck, whatever you want to do, man. Welcome to the party. I'm definitely appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? But if you take advantage of winning on the field, the business will sell itself. The business will sell itself. Think about this, right? Right now, we're all doom and gloom. Doom and gloom, right? Let me stop my walking 3 miles. Bang, sirs. Bang. All right. 3 miles. Total distance, 3 miles. 3.2 miles, actually. So let's say right now we're all doom and gloom. Shit really hasn't went right with the Cowboys since the Green Bay loss, right? But all of a sudden, Sheffy reports the Dallas Cowboys have hired Ben Johnson. So we're sitting back, slacked in our chair, right? Slipping in our chair a little bit. Now we raise up. Okay. Now, Ben Johnson as a head coach, free agent acquisition, we go get DK Metcalf. All right. Now let's say Ben Johnson, the head coach, goes and drafts Ashton Genty. All right. What's going on? Now let's say Ben Johnson turns around in the second round, moves up, and drafts Tez Johnson. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. We are back up in this thing. We are buying tickets. We are getting excited. We are going to be flying in and out of Dallas. We're going to be paying for Ubers. We're going to be doing all of that stuff if you do right by Cowboys fans and build a winning team. If you go get Ben Johnson and then go get DK Metcalf and then go get Ashton Genty and then trade and get another wide receiver and then go get a free agency defensive tackle, we are bought back in, Jerry. We are bought back in. I'm watching the Netflix series. We buying Genty jerseys. Our first game is sold out. Like, we are bought back in, but you have to give us something to buy into. That's why, as a season ticket holder last year, I sold all my tickets before the season because you gave me nothing to buy into. I had my season tickets in my hand before CeeDee Lamb was even signed. I had my season tickets in my hand before Dak Prescott was even signed. So what was I supposed to be investing in and buying into? There's nothing to buy into. Tyler Guyton, I like Tyler Guyton, but was that my selling point to get me excited about the upcoming season? Was that we drafted Tyler Guyton, and now I'm going to be spending thousands of dollars traveling to Dallas because we got Tyler Guyton? Not enough. That wasn't enough, right? And never enough. So you need to really show the fans that you're committed to winning. And I feel like we need to apply that pressure on Jerry and Stephen Jones. It's like, nah, this Kellen shit you about to sell us, I'm not buying. Now, there might be a few Cowboys fans that don't know any better. Like, oh, yeah, Kellen Moore returns. Jason Witten returns, right? But for the real Cowboys fans, we need to right now start voicing our concerns and our opinions about this coaching staff and these coaching possibilities and say, listen, we're not accepting this shit. I'm not doing no Jason Witten. I'm not doing no goddamn Rex Ryan. I'm not doing no, maybe Kellen, but I really don't want to. You know what I'm saying? We're not doing that shit. We as Cowboys fans have to stop accepting mediocrity, right? I don't want you guys to do that in your real lives, right? Going back to what we talked about this morning, right? I don't want you guys to accept a mediocre job. I don't want you guys to accept a mediocre husband or a mediocre spouse. I don't want you guys to encourage your kids to be mediocre and have mediocre grades. I don't want mediocrity in your guys' life. I don't accept it. You should accept it. And if you're not going to accept it in your life, you damn sure should accept it from the Dallas Cowboys. Just give it as a coach. Just give us a coach, right? He's a coach, right? We have to stop accepting that from our organization. Mediocre ass draft, mediocre ass free agency, mediocre ass coaching. We have to stop accepting that. We have to finally put our foot down and say, we want better. We want better. This ain't enough. This ain't enough. Yeah. All right, cool. All right. You got Kellen Moore. That's not enough. All right. Cool. We re-signed Jordan Lewis and we got Tyler Smith deal done. Okay, cool. That's not enough. Right. Yeah, we brought back Osi Odigizua. I like Osi. That's my dog, right? That's not enough, right? So we have to start voicing our concerns to the front office. The way that People like to shoot at players, like to shoot at Micah Parsons for having a podcast. Micah sucks. Micah this. Micah's that. Micah's this. Dak sucks. Dak this. Dak this. Right? Zeke this. Zeke that. Zeke this. The way that y'all point y'all weapons at the players, all I'm asking is twist your sights a little bit. Aim up a little bit higher and aim at the people upstairs for delivering a mediocre team to the greatest fan base in the world. That's all I'm asking. That's all I'm asking. Let's start putting our voices together, uniting our voices together to really bring change to the Dallas Cowboys, but focus it at the right targets. Right? Dak sucks. Dak, not right now. Upstairs. Right? We shouldn't draft a running. Focus upstairs, right? Focus, because Dallas Cowboys fans, once again, is the best fan base in the world, and we deserve better. Man, it's your boy, J Tuck. Appreciate y'all for walking and talking with me. We do this every morning around 5 o'clock a.m. Central Time. Gotten our 3 miles, man. Like I said, I want you guys to push for all your goals in 2025. We are locked and loaded, especially on this channel. We got draft film coming today. I think I have DJ Giddens out of Kansas State chopped up for y'all. But I might pivot. I might do somebody else. I might do somebody else today. Depends on how I feel, right? But what we're going to do with the draft content, for those of you who follow, I kind of giving you guys some keys to look at when it comes to the running back position. But now we are going to go a layer deep, right? So I'm going to teach you guys the 10 traits that NFL scouts look for when scouting the running back position, right? And then we'll do that with wide receiver. We'll do that with all other positions, right? But I want you guys to start thinking like a scout, all right? I'm raising you guys to not be just fans anymore. A lot of you guys have been following my channel long enough, so you guys are equipped, you're sharp, right? Now, what we're going to do is start looking at the traits, right? What are the particular traits that NFL scouts are looking for when it comes to scouting the running back position? We're going to go line by line, item by item. And like I said, this weekend, what we're going to do is we're going to go live where we just give y'all the traits. I'm going to give you a cheat sheet to take y'all notes. We're going to pull up a film on a random player, and we're going to have at it, baby. It's draft season, man. That's the one thing that, and here's the fun part, right? For me, for your boy, J Tuck, it's fun because now I'm going to have a completely new coaching staff. I'm not going to know what this coaching staff likes from a draft perspective and all sorts of stuff. So for me, I really get to load up the clip and have fun. You know what I'm saying? So draft season for me now, I'm sitting up in my chair because Mike McCarthy and Dan Quinn, I knew what they like, right? But right now, we're going to have a brand new coaching staff, a brand new slate clean, and it's going to be some fun, right? So what we're going to do this weekend, we're going to just go live. I'm going to pull up the draft film of a random player. I'm going to let y'all select what player y'all want to watch, right? Pull up the film. We're going to scout them at the running back position, go through notes by notes. I want y'all to take your own notes. I'm going to take my own notes, and I'm going to kind of show you guys the process. That way we can become better when it comes to scouting prospects in the NFL draft, man. So turn that notification bell, subscribe to the channel. We also got interviews lined up. Got some draft interviews I think I'm going to line up too as well with some of these younger prospects, really get them exposure that they need. And also, y'all know we're doing the thing on X Picks with my guy, Des Bryant, man. So I appreciate you guys. I want everyone to stay safe, stay blessed, stay encouraged. Let's go have a great Tuesday. Go after your goals. Let's accomplish it. Let's crush it and go Cowboys. And also, ignore the clickbait stuff. Peace.